All right, so I heard that IGN they just posted their Where Winds Meet review, and apparently the review was an absolute disaster. Now, I would react to the video with you guys, but when it comes to IGN, I don't take these niggas seriously. And I think we can all agree to that. I'm not even gonna say I think. It's a fact. When it comes to IGN, nobody should take them seriously. Ever since they gave Genshin Impact a 9 out of 10, meanwhile, Black Myth Wukong, they give that an 8 out of 10. I'm actually done with IGN. Like these niggas, they're a joke. They are a complete joke. But you guys can see here for Where Winds Meet, they give it a 6 out of 10. And it says Where Winds Meet has a great understanding of what makes wuxia such a compelling genre, but its attempt to shove so many different things into one game only ensures that none of these elements reach their full potential. Reading this alone, I can already tell this is a terrible review because they're pretty much complaining that there's a lot of things free to do in this game. And they don't like that. They're like, oh shit, we actually have to play the game? Oh no, bad game. And let me remind y'all, Concord. They gave Concord a 7 out of 10. Meanwhile, Where Winds Meet, 6 out of 10. And this is their reason why. Can't make this up, bro. But I'm not surprised. These are the same people who gave Genshin Impact a 9 out of 10. Make it make sense. But we're gonna go ahead and react to this content creator over here. I'm gonna tag her channel in the description. She's called Vara Dark Titan Media. And let's see what she has to say about this.
We've all been pointing and laughing at Eurogamer for giving Arc Raiders 2 out of 5 stars. They said because it's got AI voice acting, they don't want to support it and it's a terrible game. And of course, there are millions of gamers loving the title and supporting it. But it looks like the Access Media now has another target because the same IGN that gave games like Concord a 7 and Dragon Age of Veilguard a 9, now they're giving Where Winds Meet a title with over 10 million.
Honestly, the way I see IGN reviews, if IGN gives a game, let's say a 4 out of 10, then it's a good game. And if they give a game a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, I mean, not an 8 out of 10, but like, let's say they give a dog shit game a 9 out of 10, then it's a dog shit game. It's like the way that they review these games, the way that they rate these games, the good games, they rate it extremely low. And then the bad games, they give it a high rating. That's how IGN works.
In pre-registrations, a 6. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, a lot of my haters say I don't
Hey, go ahead and get that bag, girl. Get that bag.
actually like video games. I don't really care about the industry. I hate everything I talk about on the channel. And yeah, I do talk about the horrendous state that the video game industry is in, but I stream video games 25, 30 hours a week, and most of those titles are games that I love. And Where Winds Meet is a game I am so freaking excited for. I'm going to be streaming it over the weekend. I'm going to be streaming it next week. I'm going to be giving it a
Yeah, for me, when it comes to Where Winds Meet, game is releasing tomorrow. We do have the Woo 2.8 live stream, and I will be watching it. But if it's the same shit where there's nothing going on and Woo, whatever, bro. Anyways, we are gonna. I think I'm gonna live stream Where Winds Meet with you guys. I think I am. Not 100% sure, but I think I am gonna live stream this game with y'all, and see how it is. But 6 out of 10 is crazy, man. Because once again, Concord 7 out of 10. Excuse me. Concord, they gave it a 7 out of 10, and that game is fucking dead. They literally shut the game down. And Genshin Impact, they gave it a 9 out of 10. This makes absolutely no fucking sense.
shot because it looks like it is going to be fantastic. And sure, maybe my hype level is blinding me to big issues this game has. I don't see any big issues. I see a wide variety of different mini.
Now, I did hear that there's like time gating in the game. Um, I'm gonna see how it is, because when it comes to time gating, it's mixed feelings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mixed feelings when it comes to time gating. Like, if the game has time gating, is that gonna make me quit the game? Nah, bro. Like, time gating, for some people, it's a red flag, and some people they just drop the game immediately. But for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the game is really, really good, but it has some time gating, I'm gonna look past the time gating and still enjoy the game. So hopefully the time gating isn't extreme. Because you guys remember Tower Fantasy. Tower Fantasy had terrible time gating where they time gated chess. time gated everything. So I don't think this game is gonna do, tower fantasy time gating. I don't think it's gonna do that. But I did hear that it has, time gating when it comes to exploration. So we'll see when it releases.
games and content, cool classes, really good looking cosmetics. And of course, I do not trust NetEase at all whatsoever. Maybe they'll end up monetizing this game in a couple of weeks in the most predatory way possible. It is free to play though, and I do expect there
Since it's cosmetic gotcha, I don't really give a fuck, bro. Like, yeah, if they make it predatory, then for sure I'll call them out if it's predatory. But once again, cosmetics doesn't really affect gameplay, so it is what it is. If it was for characters and weapons, then that would be a completely different story.
to be some microtransactions like mounts or skins or things like that, which we do know are in this game. And so far, we haven't seen any big pay to win mechanics, but Where Winds Meet looks like it truly has a little bit of something for everybody. And of course, because it is not a big AAA corporate slop title, it looks like it's the next target from the game's media. I don't think that it's important to actually read their entire review because most of it is just complaining, but
Yeah, like I did see some parts of the review because I got like people were sending me clips, and man, the reviewer, he sounds so bored. It's like whoever picked him to review the game, it's like, bro, it seems like he didn't even want to play the fucking game. Like I remember there was one part where he was like, "Oh, I don't like how when I'm progressing, like when it comes to like leveling up, how the enemies get harder." What the fuck? Like, what? Bro is saying that I don't like how this game is a game. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Like when you look at that IGN review for Where Winds Meet, the best way to summarize that entire review is, "Oh yeah, I don't like the fact that this game is a video game." Like, what the fuck, bro? It makes absolutely no sense. And then he's like, "Oh, the gameplay is slow, but he's using a tank." He said he used the tank in the entire time. He never changed his weapon. It was just tank. That's it. He was just sticking with tank class throughout, I think, all 3 hours when he was playing the game. So you complain that the game is really slow, but you're maining tank. Oh gosh.
the verdict is perhaps there's a version of Where Winds Meet that isn't throttled by the storm of its own lofty aspirations. It has a great understanding of what makes this genre such a compelling subgenre of fantasy fiction, bleeding into the vibrancy of its characters and flair of its combat. But it becomes very clear pretty quickly that the attempt to shove many different kinds of experiences into one game, open world adventure, action heavy MMO, musical rhythm game, card battler, etc., only ensures that none
It's an open world game. Do you want an open world game to be empty? Like there's nothing going on? It's an open world game. That's the whole point of open world games where you have the opportunity to do whatever the fuck you want. Open world adventure. Okay, so I can, do some card battling. I can, do some PvP. If I want to do MMO, I can do some MMO. It's your choice. You can choose to play the game however you want to play the game. How is this a problem? But it becomes clear pretty quickly that the attempt to shove many different kinds of experiences into one game, open world adventure, action heavy MMO, musical rhythm game, card battling, etc., only ensures that none of these elements reach their full potential. How the fuck do you know that? The game isn't even out yet. Like I know they had like early access, but bro, how do you know that they're not going to enhance the experience like when it comes to open world like exploration, when it comes to the combat, MMO, how do you know that they're not going to enhance all of these like different aspects of the game? How do you even know that? It's like they look at the game and they're like, okay, so this is an open world game that has all these elements. Yeah, that's not gonna they're not gonna reach their full potential. This game sucks. What the fuck? This is like a review in bad faith.
of these elements reach their full potential. Instead, Where Winds Meet is an amusement park where every ride is being run at half speed, and the sugary treats at the concessions stands come with piles of paperwork to complete before you can
And let me go ahead and remind y'all. I think there was one part in that review where the reviewer he was looking at like the set effects for the weapons. He looked at the set effects and it was like three sentences. I think it was like two sentences or like one sentence, and he was like, "Oh, it's a wall of text." Are you fucking kidding me? All he had to read was, let's say he had to read this line over here. Perhaps there's a version of where winds meet that isn't throttled by the storm of its own lofty aspirations. That's all he had to read, and he said, "Oh yeah, this wall of text." What the? You know what? After we watch this video, I'm gonna go to that one part and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, because that part blew my mind.
chow down. So, yeah, they're just saying there's too much going on, and it definitely could have been better in terms of like the amount of things they had. Really, it just sounds like they're complaining that there was a lot that they could do, and most of this, like the musical rhythm game and card battler mini games, those are optional. Those are not like required content. So they're just complaining that, oh my gosh, they're giving us more.
They're pretty much complaining that you can play the game. That's literally what it comes down to. I don't like the fact that they're giving me the opportunity to play the game. They're giving me a lot of content. Do you know how many games out there have no fucking content? You guys know exactly which game I'm talking about. There are so many games out there that are dry as fuck, and people actually want to play the game. And once they release a game where you have something to do, you have these idiots coming out saying, "Oh man, I don't like the fact that they're letting me play the game." Yeah, I don't like that at all.
To consume. That is wild to me. I know most of you do not trust the access media at this point, which is great because they don't deserve our trust. They don't deserve our clicks or really our positive attention. But seeing this has really infuriated people, and of course, I'd love to call them out. Where Winds Meet has a great understanding of what makes wuxia such a compelling genre, but its attempt to shove so many different things into one game only ensures that none of those elements reach their full potential with a big fat 6. Now, this game is going to be really successful. We have already heard that they have hit 10 million pre-registrations, a milestone
That's
worthy
good.
of celebration.
That's good.
And of course, there are tons of people saying this is going to be phenomenal, this is going to be great. But when you see the media giving a title a 6, it makes you think that this is going to be.
Exactly, they get it. IGN gave it a 6, it must be a good game. Exactly. Like if IGN gives a game a low rating, it's a good game. It's a good game.
An absolute banger. IGN gave it a 6. It must be a good game. Let me guess, IGN can't stand hot women and action
And
based.
of course you have dumb fucks like this anime profile pic saying, "Bummer, this game looked like it might be really cool, but I guess I'll pass on this one." If you trust IGN, I was about to say something crazy, but let me not say it.
Combat. IGN losing credibility again. Remember when they gave Veilguard a 9? And this is the crux of the issue. I know that they are reviews done by different people, but they all still represent the same company
Exactly.
because they all.
They all represent the same company. It doesn't matter if it's different reviewers. It doesn't matter. They're all representing the same company. So when you see a game, once again, like Genshin Impact, one of the most predatory games out there, rated as a 9 out of 10. Meanwhile, you give this game a 6 out of 10 because, oh, there's a lot for me to do in a game. What the fuck? Meanwhile, for Genshin Impact, this is what they said for Genshin. Amazing. An incredible open world and addictive exploration make Genshin Impact Anime Zing Adventure. What are we talking about? And I don't care if this is outdated. I don't care if they didn't update this. The fact that they didn't even update this review, like, what are we even saying right now? Genshin Impact, 9 out of 10. Concord, IGN. Let's see what they give Concord here. It's a 7 out of 10, but I didn't see the reason. Concord is a very fun sci-fi hero shooter that shows real promise, but lacks both innovation and content at launch. But you guys give this a 7 out of 10.
New media or independent content creators stay winning because my opinion is my own. Some other person's opinion that might be in my sphere isn't my own. And so we can all have our different opinions. My opinion doesn't reflect on them and vice versa. And it's probably better that way because I would not want to work at an IGN and be a bit based and give games like Arc Raiders 8s and lies of P's 9s, but also have to explain to people constantly that, yeah, my colleague gave Concord a 7 and Veilguard a 9. Like, that's wild to me. One, your reviewer has no clue about the story and the lore of the game. He didn't even try to talk about the story at all. Having too many mini games
Like,
is
if you guys want to go watch that review, I recommend you to not do so. It's such a waste of time. But the reviewer, he sounded like it sounded like he didn't even want to play the fucking game. He sounded dead. Like he just didn't care at all. Like it's one of the worst reviews I've ever seen. Probably competing with Psyche.
for him a bad thing, which is optional. Bro thought he was gonna play an MMO game and got a jump scare. I love you, IGN. In IGN, we don't trust the.
Dragon Age 9 out of 10. Bro, what the fuck is this company, bro?
Yeah, it
Oh
is
my goodness.
absolutely pathetic that they gave Veilguard a 9 instant opinion. Discarded. Clearly, this author didn't listen to the dev stream. They said the game is not done. They have way more story and regions to bring.
It's a live, and that's the thing too. I'm glad this person brought that up. It's a live service game. It is literally a live service game. This is how you know IGN. These guys are fucking idiots. Live service game that's going to update over time. They're going to add more content over time. They really thought that this game was like a AAA game where, oh yeah, you just play it and that's it. Like there's no updates, there's nothing. Live service game. They said it in the live stream where there's gonna be another season next year around like February where they're gonna add more stuff. Oh my goodness, man. Oh
Tasks
gosh.
as time goes by. And this is a little bit infuriating to me, is that the access media still continues to get priority from these game companies when the access media knows nothing.
It really comes off as IGN. The reason why they made that slop review is because where wins meet, they didn't pay them. They didn't pay them. That's what it comes off as. They didn't get paid. So they gave a shitty ass review.
About video games. Stop doing that and give independent content creators an opportunity to cover it first. I'm not even talking about myself, right? I'm not salty. I'm going to play it myself in a couple days anyway. But I think that it's so important that they realize the access media is the past and independent creators are the future. And all you're doing is really allowing people who hate video games to try to play it and review it, but they don't know what they're reviewing because they don't play most modern games.
Yeah. Review was dog shit. I'm gonna go in and like this video. Make sure you guys check it out. But yeah, the review was fucking dog shit. I mean, once again, like when you guys read this, it really just comes off as, oh yeah, we don't like this game because we have to play the game. I don't know. Like this review was so fucking weird. And then when you look at games that are completely dog shit, oh yeah, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Like, what? And let me go ahead and show y'all. Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong IGN. They gave Black Myth Wukong an 8 out of 10, bro. 8 out of 10. And the fact that they said great. Oh, despite some frustrating technical issues, Black Myth Wukong is a great action game with fantastic combat, exciting bosses, tantalizing secrets, and a beautiful world. They gave this game an 8 out of 10, but they give Genshin Impact a 9. What the fuck is this company, man? This is the part I wanted to show you guys. Just listen to what this clown says. Just listen.
Of items with similar set symbols, but this wall of text approach.
Guys, this is the wall of text, guys. Max physical attack for 2-piece and then for 4-piece increases airborne heavy attack by 10% and knocks a target. The knockdown effect can only trigger once every 10 seconds. This is a wall of text, guys. This is a wall of text. What are we talking about? This guy, it's like he's never played a game before. It seems like he's never played a game where you have a fuck ton. If you want to see wall of text, if you haven't played Woo, bro, go ahead and go read Zani's kit. Yeah, go read Zani's kit. You'll see what wall of text is. What the fuck is this review? I don't know what's been happening lately, guys, but we've just been having a lot of terrible reviews recently. A lot of terrible reviews. And it's getting out of control. It really is getting out of control where it seems like these people, it's like they're trying to It's like a race. Who can push out the sloppiest review first so we can get the most views? It seems like that's what it's coming down to. Let me go ahead, let me put in like what, 3 to 2 hours in this game, and let me just go ahead and just, push out this review and print money. This is fucking pathetic, man. This is embarrassing. It really is, bro.